Hey friends, I'm back. Yay! Okay. All right. So for today's message, the first thing that came to mind was about mindset shifting and how right now there's a door opening where you're actually being given the courage to get out of your way, to let go of the time, all the ways that you've been telling yourself you can't do certain things, or like you're getting out of your way when it comes to things you've told yourself for so long. And you've been telling yourself like, okay, I need to wait until like God gives me the answers or God gives me direction. And right now God is saying, use what you have, use what you know, use the most likely way, like the whatever comes naturally to you, or whatever seems like, okay, this seems like the only thing I know that I can do that will help me reach towards my goals. Don't discount that. Don't try to make it seem like it's something that is small, or it's not it's not for you. Like, just use what comes as the easiest thing that comes to you. That's what God wants you to put your focus on and take action in that direction. And don't overthink it. That's the biggest thing that you're being told right now. And this is a part of your experience, is right now with everything going on, you're being challenged to put your all into your faith, put your all into your belief in yourself, and in believing that there's a different version of yourself that exists. And even if it doesn't look like that on the outside, you have that deep inner knowing that you're meant to experience something completely different than what you've been experiencing up until this point. And you're being called to see with what you can't see outside of yourself, like to build your faith within yourself, for yourself, and believing that, yeah, you know what, on the outside it might not look like I have it all together, but inside I know that I will get there. The more that I keep working at it, the more that I keep chipping away at these limiting beliefs, or these like overthinking thoughts. And right now you're also being challenged to let go of things that might trigger you, or things that might distract you from being able to work towards the things that you do want. Where maybe you're used to overthinking, and if something happens, like let's say, I don't know, you had an interaction with someone and you're so used to thinking about what happened in that interaction all day long. At this stage in your life, you're being asked to notice that those types of interactions that weigh on you, those are actually distractions that are trying to keep you away from having that focus of focusing on yourself, focusing on what it is that is important for you, what your dreams are, and you making those things a reality. And when you see that that's a distraction, you're able to say, okay, I think it's time to let this go. I think it's okay to, well, how can I redirect my focus? How can I let this go and know that this isn't serving me? Me overthinking about this isn't serving me. It's not causing any resolution, peace. It's just causing more distress. And that's why, and it's taking you away from you moving forward on certain things that you want for yourself. And that is important to keep in mind. Like, that if you take nothing else from this video, just remember, things that are trying to steal your peace, don't allow them to steal your peace. Don't allow them to take you away from yourself, take you away from the joy that you have, the optimism, and the like the faith that you're having right now. Don't allow these outside forces to disrupt your peace, disrupt your the direction in which you're going. And it's it's not, it seems like, okay, like that, how am I going to do that? Like, it sounds so easy to just say don't let it disrupt your peace. But that's the challenge. That's the actual challenge that you're being called to work through and see, like, well, okay, well, if I want to change the way that I my reaction to certain things, then I have to be stricter with myself. I have to catch myself when I'm going down that downward spiral of overthinking, or like constantly wanting to talk about it. And yeah, you can see your feelings with it. Like, I'm not saying run away and ignore your feelings, but more so allow yourself to see it, but also realize, like, okay, I see what's happening here. Like, yeah, this upset me, but at the same time, I don't have to let this completely overtake me and completely overtake how I'm feeling today. I don't have to let it completely derail me from the things that I wanted to work towards, or what feeling I wanted to feel for today. Like, if you woke up feeling really hopeful, motivated, and you're like, okay, I want to get to work on some of the things that make me feel like I'm in alignment with my authentic self. You don't want to feel like you let those thoughts win, or you let that interaction win, and now you're completely off track. You're completely disconnected from yourself, and you're just stuck in that thought loop. So that your mindset is starting to shift with you being more aware of your mind and being more aware of what's going on around you, and realizing you have control of what you put your focus on. And God wants you to be really intentional with what you're putting your focus on right now. Where if you're so used to putting your focus on like the same habits, the same routines, where you're just like, okay, every day at this time, I watch this show for 8 hours a day. I have to binge watch a show. I have to watch something. And like, God wants you to use your time wisely. Use your time to actually add to your well-being, and realizing, does the things that I'm doing, is this adding to my well-being, or is this taking me away from myself? What am I doing this for? Asking yourself, like, well, what am I getting from this? What am I hoping to achieve from this? And I'm not saying you can never watch a show again. I'm just saying more so, like, right now at this stage in your life, it's important for you to put your focus back to yourself. Go within. Go ask yourself, well, what are our dreams? What are we feeling today? How do we want to move forward? And to take action right now, the main thing is take action in the way that comes most naturally to you. And don't feel like you're waiting all the time. You don't always have to feel like you're waiting for God to give you the direction, the signs, the answers. Just, he's saying right now that you know the most naturalist way, if that's a word, the most natural way that it comes to you of what you want to do next. Take that step, take that direction, and you know which way that is. But he doesn't want you to keep waiting. He doesn't want you to keep like suppressing that part of you. He just wants you to show up as your authentic self today. And that is the most important thing of you asking yourself, well, what is that? What is that thing that is going to allow me to show up authentically? Is it me being more honest about what it is I don't and don't like? Is it me being more like self having more self exploration and asking yourself, why do I do certain things? Why am I going in this direction? Does this really bring me fulfillment? Does this really bring me a sense of peace, or does this make me feel worse about my experience? Does this feel make me feel more stuck? And just being more honest with yourself. You're being called to have more self honesty, and also be open to trusting yourself and trusting that if you know how to do certain things a certain way, don't try to minimize it and make it seem like it's not enough or it's not going to work out if it comes naturally or it comes easy to you. God is saying, like, if it comes naturally and it comes easy, that's the path I want you to take. And I'll keep giving you direction and guidance throughout that process. Just take a step. Just trust yourself and realize, like, it's all going to work out the more that you open up the door to yourself, and in you being more open with having a different experience. And instead of you always feeling like I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm waiting for my purpose to be revealed or what I'm supposed to do next to be revealed, it's not really coming from outside of you, it's coming from within you. And the more you open up the door to yourself, the more that it'll be revealed to you. And when you realize it's not coming outside of yourself, you'll be more open to letting it come up to the surface. And yeah, wow. So that sounds like it's going to be a beautiful process. So just type down in the comments how this may have resonated with you, and just keep allowing your true self to come to the surface. That's the message for today. Allow your true self to come to the surface. Please like and subscribe and comment if this message resonated with you, and thank you for watching. All right, bye bye.